People building agents for M365 Copilot just had a rude awakening. They're starting to see a big change inside Copilot Studio, and I'm going to break down what this change is and why it happened. Let's get into it. So you fire up Copilot Studio, and this is what you see. Completely new experience. You'll even see an option to go back to the old one. Don't expect that one to stick around long. And so you just click on Agent. You're going to build a brand new agent. Totally different interface, okay? And you don't see certain things anymore. You don't see topics across the top of the screen. You don't see a lot of things. Everything looks different. You go and add tools, and it's a similar looking screen, but you see, you may not see all the same things you were expecting to maybe see in here. So what's actually happening here? Why can't you add topics? Well, here's the answer. Microsoft shifted from creating what was known as custom engine agents or custom copilots, depending on who you talk to. People would say different things, but they've shifted away from that into what we call declarative agents. What's the difference? Well, a declarative agent runs inside of Microsoft 365 Copilot. It uses that big, beefy orchestrator that gives the really high-quality results and performs really, really well. What you probably have been using in Copilot Studio when you were using topics and all the other stuff, that was the custom engine agent, and that was using a much smaller orchestrator that wasn't quite as powerful. I've had so many people tell me, I get so many better results. The quality is so much better with Agent Builder, maybe even with SharePoint agents, compared to Copilot Studio. And they're like, what is the deal with that? It all has to do with the orchestrator, and in a lot of cases, how the agent actually fetched knowledge. It was much better when it was running inside of M365 Copilot's engine versus the custom engine that Copilot Studio used. Now, the bigger problem, in my opinion, with what Copilot Studio produced, the agent and how it ran, were the Power Platform connectors. They were fine for something like Power Apps or maybe even a Flow or something that's got a lot more visual components to it. An app certainly has a full-blown interface and a much easier way to approve those connections on, when a user launches that app or they're about to fire off the Flow and it says, hey, we need your permission because we're going to be, connecting to SharePoint on your behalf. That was fine, but that never translated well to a conversational style interface. If you were lucky and you were using different connectors, if you were really lucky, you were presented with kind of an inline card in chat. You just had to say approve, and the agent would continue on. But most of the time, and in a lot of cases, it was all of the time, what people were met with was a much different experience where they had to click on a link and it opened up a new tab in their browser, or it would open up a browser they may not have even had open. And they had to log in there. They had to click a bunch of things to connect all these little connectors to SharePoint or Outlook or ServiceNow or whatever it is. Then they had to close the tab, go back to chat. Then they had to click retry. That was a terrible experience, the team never quite figured out how to actually solve that. We'll get right back to the video, but real quick, Copilot is really great for working with your data. But how are you protecting that data? If you don't have a backup and recovery strategy, here's your wake-up call. Think your cloud data is safe just because it's in Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace? Think again. Accidental deletions, ransomware, and compliance gaps can still put your business at risk. AFI is a next-gen backup and recovery platform built for modern cloud environments, including Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, Azure, AWS, and Kubernetes. It offers full fidelity restores, encrypted full-text search, version history, and even self-service recovery, so users can get back data without waiting on IT. And when ransomware hits, AFI detects it early and automatically backs up your data before damage is done. Over 10,000 organizations trust AFI to protect their cloud data. If you care about uptime, compliance, and peace of mind, it's time to back up smarter with AFI. Now, behind the scenes, Copilot Studio was using the M365 Agents SDK, which that problem's been solved a long time ago about how you do that. And it's a very, very smooth experience for end users who are using pro code agents leveraging that SDK. Which is not the Agent 365 SDK that you might have heard Microsoft and me talk about recently. So back to this story here. They couldn't fix the connection problem. They couldn't fix the orchestrator just never seemed to be as good as what they already had built with what they call Sydney, the M365 Copilot orchestrator. So it was a lot of inherited debt, really, because if you don't remember, Copilot Studio used to be called Power Virtual Agents before large language models and all that were introduced, and it had some rudimentary natural language understanding. That's kind of how those chatbots or virtual agents, how they worked inside Power Platform. So they kind of took that, they added in the large language models, and that was kind of it. But it still had a lot of older technology there and that I think they just weren't quite able to overcome. So that brings us to what we're seeing today with this new interface. What you're building now is a declarative agent. It's not a custom engine agent. This is going to run inside M365 Copilot from everything that I've seen so far. And the key thing there is the lack of topics. That's a big one. You do have tools here. You still have knowledge. You have almost everything that you used to have. The experience now is much different. This new interface is using all the new technology. You see Microsoft IQ right here. This was literally just announced earlier in the week, as of the time of this recording. They had just announced Microsoft IQ, which encompasses the Foundry IQ, Work IQ, and Fabric IQ. So you have a lot of things here. The tools, I believe, are all using the latest MCP servers from Microsoft, which were part of Agent 365. That is where I'm pretty sure all of these things are coming from, with the exception of being able to probably add in your own MCP things here or use some third-party things. So I think everything is now using MCP server technology and not Power Platform connectors. That instant switch makes it so that it is able to use a much more seamless authentication and authorization process behind the scenes. You're going to get much higher quality results, and you can even toggle on memory, which was always an issue for Copilot Studio agents. You could add your connected agents here, but here's where a lot of people are going to get really, really worried. They're like, Steve, what do I do if I don't have topics? What am I supposed to do? How do I structure all my conversations? Well, before I show you this one thing, remember that you're not supposed to have rigid structures all the time in an artificial intelligence agent. You're supposed to let the agent handle the conversation itself. You could. Even on the old days, or even on the old Copilot Studio, it was okay if you really, really had to have a topic, but it can't be all these steps. That does not work. The agent will usually freak out if it's expecting an input from the user and it's answering with something that it doesn't expect. It's like if the user says something like, let's start over. Tell me about this other thing. It's just going to freak out. And if you've been trying to build them and you've seen that kind of behavior, that's probably what was happening. So if you don't have topics, what are you actually going to use? Well, you're going to be using your instruction set. That is your number one thing. You should be bringing your tools into the agent, telling the agent what this tool is, how it works. In the case of MCP, you generally don't even have to do that. But your instructions are your number one guide to make this agent do what you want it to do. Your number two way, which is brand new to Copilot Studio, are skills. You will create skills. This will be your natural language method to tell the agent how to what a particular conversation path should entail. So you'll use this is more markdown. You're not going to have a drag and drop builder. You're not going to have any of that stuff. Your skills would be the next thing. Your third method, if you really, really have to have the rigid logic, maybe there's some very sophisticated data calls you have to make out to an API. You've got to process this JSON, do certain things that a language model may not be the best at. That's when you will be connecting to a workflow. You could still use a workflow, an agent flow, but they've rebranded them to workflows now. So you used to build them in Power Automate, then you built them in agent flows, and now you're building them in workflows. It's still the same thing, although there is a new builder for this now. So the interface, I think you'll like the interface better of this new workflows. Behind the scenes, it's still the same process, still the same engine for the workflows. But if you really need to, you can build a workflow, but you should be thinking bigger. You should be transitioning away from a pro developer where you have to have deterministic logic. It has to follow this exact sequence or, all heck's going to break loose. You can't think like that anymore. You should be thinking about empowering the agent, teaching the agent how to navigate these conversations, what things it should need to call a particular tool, which in most cases, the tool definition itself, how you set that up, that teaches the agent everything it needs to know. But give the agent some room to breathe. Give it some room to work. Do your testing and then tweak instructions and other markdown areas as needed until you start to get the result. What you'll end up with is a much more flexible agent without all of that complex logic. Declarative agents they do have limitations because you can't really specify all that rigid logic. What do you do when you absolutely need that? When you're doing something that Copilot Studio can't do anymore. That is when you move into a pro code agent. You'll be using the M365 Agents SDK. You'll be using the Teams SDK. You'll be using Microsoft Foundry, whether you're just leveraging a large language model or you're actually hosting your agent in Foundry. You'll be using those tools. That's where you have all of the control that you need, and you aren't trying to make a platform do something it's really not good at. So that is why I believe Microsoft made this switch from Copilot Studio being primarily for custom engine agents to now declarative agents. It puts it more on par with Agent Builder, which has always been incredibly good and undervalued by people who thought that, this was just for sharing agents. You can't deploy an agent. Well, fact is, you absolutely can. You just need to know how to do it. That's what I've always been helping my customers with, doing more with much less so that you don't inherit or you don't start adding all this technical debt to your company. You keep something very, very lightweight, very nimble, and let the technology take the lead. You provide the guardrails and let it take the lead. If you've got any questions on this change, just let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see other Copilot agent videos, just click or tap the screen and I'll see you over there.